Hello family, welcome to Cathy Biz Africa. Before we dive into the video, let's listen briefly to President Mahama at the National Farmers' Day celebration which took place at home last Friday.
As the minister said, our food import bill of about 3 billion is still too high. And so we need to grow more food for ourselves. And we can only do this if we provide a market for our farmers. It is unacceptable that suppliers of the school feeding program buy rice from Vietnam to feed our school children, when Ghanaian farmers are sitting with rice inventories from last year. And that's why I gave the recent directive that for rice, for maize, for poultry, we must ensure that at least these three products that we use in our school feeding program, these are procured locally from our local farmers.
Ghana's food system has a fundamental issue, and it's not just about low production. At the 41st Farmers' Day celebration in Ho, President Mahama reminded the nation that we spend over $3 billion every single year importing food we can produce here. But when you look closely, you realize the real problem is much deeper. We grow food, we harvest food, but we don't add value to what we produce. This is why Ghana grows tomatoes, yet imports tomato paste, grows cassava, yet imports starch, and farms rice, yet imports cleaner, better presented rice. The good news? These gaps are not just challenges, they are wide open opportunities for entrepreneurs. Before we continue, family, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss further episodes. It will also help YouTube share it more to those who will find it useful and help me to grow the channel as well. Thank you. Let's walk through 10 major opportunities, focusing on where the real wealth is: processing and value addition. Number 1, turning local rice into premium packaged rice. Ghana produces rice in many regions, but most of it doesn't reach urban shelves simply because it isn't processed well enough. The grains may be mixed, stones may remain, and packaging often doesn't meet modern retail standards. This creates a clear opportunity for entrepreneurs who are ready to invest in proper cleaning, polishing, grading, and packaging. When Ghanaian rice looks clean, sorted, and well branded, consumers will choose it, not because it's patriotic, but because it looks and cooks like imported rice. Processing, not production, is the real missing link. Number 2, transforming local poultry into ready-to-cook products. Imported chicken dominates the market, not because it tastes better, but because it's processed properly. It's cut, cleaned, frozen, portioned, and packaged in ways that make it easy to buy. Local poultry can absolutely compete once we upgrade the processing. Hygienic slaughtering, modern cutting, vacuum sealing, and attractive packaging make all the difference. A small processing hub can supply supermarkets, restaurants, homes, and schools with high-quality Ghanaian chicken that looks fresh and tastes better than imports. Number 3, produce healthy, clean local oils, not chemical-heavy imports. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. A lot of the cheap imported oils on the market are full of chemical additives. They often contain stabilizers, artificial colors, and anti-foaming agents and preservatives. And in some cases, they are refined or low-quality blends. Meanwhile, Ghana has abundant raw materials for clean natural oils, soybeans, groundnuts, coconuts, and palm nuts. Properly extracted and filtered local oil is healthier, fresher, and richer in nutrients. Entrepreneurs who can press, refine, and bottle high-quality Ghanaian oils will tap into a market that is both health-conscious and growing rapidly. This is not just a business, it's a public health contribution. Number 4. Moving from raw food to ready-to-use ingredients. One of the biggest gaps in our food system is convenience. Farmers bring raw food to the market, but today's consumers, especially urban households, want food that is ready to cook, ready to use, or even ready to eat. This opens opportunities for washing, peeling, chopping, packaging, and value adding at very simple levels. Imagine clean packaged vegetables, peeled cassava, chopped onions and peppers, pre-cut yam and plantain, or mixed stir-fry packs. Restaurants and supermarkets will line up for reliable supplies. A small aggregation center can transform chaotic farm produce into organized, market-ready products. Number 5. Building cold storage and freezing businesses that reduce waste. Ghana loses shocking amounts of food because we lack cold storage. And when you don't store food, you can't process food. That's why so many businesses collapse during glut seasons. Too much produce, no storage, no processing. Cold rooms, refrigerated trucks, and simple freezing facilities allow entrepreneurs to store perishable food and turn it into frozen products like yam chips, mixed vegetables, fruits for smoothies, chicken, fish fillets, and more. The frozen food market in Ghana is only beginning, and there's a huge space for new players. Number 6. Creating high-value cassava and plantain products. Cassava and plantain are two of Ghana's most versatile crops and also two of the most underprocessed. Cassava can become gari, high-quality cassava flour, industrial starch for breweries and pharmaceuticals, fufu powder or tapioca. Plantain can become flour, chips, baby cereal blends, or dried products. These products last longer, travel further, and earn more money than raw products. This is where small factories begin to change communities. Number 7. Offering mechanization services that keep processors supplied. Processors struggle when farmers cannot supply raw materials consistently. Mechanization becomes part of the value add chain because tractors, planters, harvesters, and even drone sprayers help farmers produce in quantity and quality that processors require. Starting a mechanization service business fits directly into the processing ecosystem. When farmers produce reliably, factories run reliably, and you get paid in the process. Number 8. Building irrigation solutions that enable year-round processing. Most processing factories fail because farmers only produce during the rainy season. Irrigation is the hidden backbone of value addition. Entrepreneurs who can install drip systems, solar pumps, and boreholes make year-round farming possible. President Mahama, during his speech on the Farmers' Day, has promised to provide farmers with 10-acre farms with a solar water pump. So if you qualify, then make investigations on how you can benefit from this. Year-round production means year-round processing, and that is how countries reduce food imports for good. Number 9. Supplying quality inputs and training farmers to meet processing standards. Processors need consistent quality. Farmers need good seeds, fertilizers, and crop protection. Entrepreneurs who supply these inputs and pair them with simple training instantly raise the quality of harvest. Better raw materials mean better processed goods. This is one of the most reliable ways to strengthen entire value chains, especially for rice, maize, soybeans, and vegetables. Finally, number 10, building small food factories that replace everyday imports. This is the biggest opportunity of all. Ghana imports everyday products like tomato paste, fruit juice, baby foods, cereal mixes, seasonings, snacks, sauces, and canned foods. But many of these can easily be produced locally with simple machinery and good branding. A small processing factory can transform local produce into sauces, purees, jams, dried snacks, juices, seasoned flours, and many other packaged foods that consumers already buy every day. This is the future, turning farms into factories and raw materials into brands. Ghana doesn't have a farming problem. Ghana has a value addition problem. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this. Africa doesn't lack opportunities. We lack transformation. When we stop selling our produce raw and start adding value, we don't just create businesses. We create wealth, jobs, and pride in our own food systems. So if you are watching this and you've been thinking about agribusiness, this is your sign. Start small, start simple, but start with value addition. That's where the money is. That's where the future is. And that's how we can reduce this $3 billion import bill, one entrepreneur at a time. If you found this useful, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. And of course, subscribe to Cathy Biz Africa for more practical, simple business insights that help you build wealth right here on the continent. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. And remember, Africa's prosperity is in your hands.